Hey guys, it's Marisha. No one can hold me back today because I am turning cake into one of my most favorite things, and that is sushi. We're going to be making two different types of sushi today. I could eat sushi for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, possibly dessert if I've got this cake sushi right here. So yeah, I mean, if you don't love sushi, it's probably because you've never had it. So let's get started. I'm going to be using some black candy melt. I do have some of Wilton's Easy Melt in here. If you don't have that, you can just use shortening. We're also going to use some coconut. Now this is regular shredded coconut that I put in a blender. You can basically get desiccated coconut if you don't have a blender. And this is cake that's probably very familiar to you by now, and it's completely frosted and everything. And I'm going to use Swedish fish and jelly beans. We're going to start off by making our cake dough. And most of you probably aren't going to be using cake that's already decorated. So if you're using freshly baked cake, just go ahead and add a couple of spoonfuls of frosting to your cake. Make sure that it all comes together, and it should feel somewhat similar to clay. Now we're going to need to split our dough into two pieces because we're making two different types of sushi, maki and nagiri. Our first half of dough is going to be simply rolled out into a log. If you don't know what size sushi usually is, it's about the size of a quarter. The length will depend upon how much cake dough you have. So let's roll that away and bring in our second half. We're just going to pull those into little pieces. They're going to be like rounded out flat rectangles. You want to make sure that it's about the size of your Swedish fish, or the length of your Swedish fish. Now we're going to take our log and wrap it up in some plastic wrap just so that it keeps its form nice and tight while we put it in the freezer. And all these are going to be refrigerated for 2 to 3 hours or frozen for about 30 minutes. When it comes out, go ahead and slice that. Make sure that it's about the same length. Use a toothpick to dip each individual piece into our black candy melt. Shake off the excess and then let it sit on some wax paper to harden. For the nagiri sushi, we're also going to put a toothpick in that, and then we're going to dip that in our white candy melt, let it drip off just a little bit, and then into our desiccated coconut. Moving back over to our maki sushi, we are going to spoon a little bit of that white candy melt onto the top of the sushi. Now you want to use a toothpick to kind of slowly bring it out to the outer edge, but you still want a little bit of that black rim to show so that it actually looks wrapped. Then we're going to immediately dip that into our coconut and set those aside to completely dry. To apply our Swedish fish to our nagiri sushi, we are going to just add a little bit of white candy melt to that and stick that right on top. Now I'm going to take that little piece of black fondant, roll it out, and make some little strips. And these are going to go over the nagiri sushi with a little bit of black candy melt. If you're not big on Swedish fish and you want more of a realistic look for this sushi, you can use orange marbled fondant, which is just white fondant, and add orange gel dye, but don't completely mix it up. But I think more people enjoy the taste of Swedish fish, and it's cute. It's candy, so why not? So now I'm going to take some red, green, and orange jelly bean. The best thing about the jelly bean is that it's actually clear on the inside, which looks really realistic from a distance. It actually kind of looks like fresh tuna and vegetables in a way. For each individual jelly bean, I'm making slices of them and then cutting those slices in half and applying them with some white candy melt. Use different types of candies to make them look like different types of sushis. Maybe you could even do caramel sauce to look like a teriyaki glaze. That would be nice. There's no such thing as a sushi platter without pickled ginger and wasabi. So I'm going to take some orange fondant that I kind of marbled, and I'm going to just make random cuts out of that. Pickled ginger on the platter looks like slices that have just been bunched together. So I'm just going to take each individual piece, make a few little folds, and stick all of them together. To make your wasabi, make some green buttercream and go heavy on the confectioner sugar. Pull out your chopsticks and gather some friends because you're about to have a sushi cake party right here, right now, and you don't need any soy sauce for this either. Chocolate sauce, maybe, that would be good. Don't forget to subscribe and like for Sushi, Couture, and Sushi Cake. Bye, guys. There's nothing like coconut and Swedish fish and strawberry cake. These are adorable. I knew what I wanted to make. I knew I wanted to make little cake bites, and I thought what better to do than that with candy melt. So I never actually bought black candy melt before, and I don't know what I'm gonna use it for after this. The jelly bean is clear on the inside, so it almost looks like a grating effect, which looks really similar to actual fish, which is really, really, really cool. Let me know what you guys might want to see next. I'm gonna do some springtime videos. Springtime is definitely here, and it was just snowing last week, but now it's almost 80 degrees today. Also, if you haven't already, I thought I scared the baby outside. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like this video. Let me know what your favorite sushi is below. Mine is Philly roll. No, it's not just because I'm from Philadelphia, of course. It's got delicious cream cheese and avocado and smoked salmon. Who wouldn't love the Philly roll? Volcano roll. Volcano roll and the tempura shrimp roll. Whoa. Whoa. That's all I have to say. Alright, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.